Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to If My Heart Had Wings, episode 12. Now, I'm hoping to do a recording session today, this evening, and maybe get a couple of videos recorded, a couple of episodes in this series, because from tomorrow I'm not going to be able to actually do any recordings, and probably not for a good couple of weeks, because I'm probably going to be travelling back up north to visit friends and family up in north of England and all that. So yeah, it's very late July as I'm going to record this. Obviously by the time this video goes out it will be probably somewhere, well, past mid-August, I would imagine, just to date the video. Why the hell not? Alright, a few days have passed since the twins have come to Flying Fisherman Maison du Flying Fish. Yes, the twins are now in. We searched in several places for somewhere we could move the glider, but we couldn't find anywhere. If we want to rent storage space, it costs a lot of money for somewhere that big. There's no way we have that kind of money. Ancha might be able to introduce us to somewhere, but when we thought about the circumstances under which we carried off the glider, we couldn't really get him involved. Our last resort was to put it in the garden. If we could carry the glider into the garden, uncover it with a sheet, overlap it so that the rainwater doesn't get in. Kotori, pull that part. It's not long enough. The boarders came to watch us at work. Is it alright to leave it somewhere like that? I don't know, I don't think it's very good though. But we can't help it because there's nowhere else to put it. Yes, we committed a crime, ladies and gentlemen, we stole the glider. How long were they planning on making us use this room, I wonder? I don't mind this room though, you know. The colour of the walls, the bay windows and so on are quite stylish. Sheesh, sis, have you forgotten, you forgetful fucking bitch, that this is a boys' room? Well, that's true, but how he likes to keep things tidy and is a good person. I don't think that's got anything to do with it. Yesterday, some boys' trunks fell down from the shelf. I thought they were your shorts, Yoru, so boys wear those kind of underpants. That was a surprise. It's the reverse of the usual anime situation. Usually it's boy finds girl's underwear. Now it's the other way round, is it? Come on, let's just give up and go back home. I don't want to be in here full of his stinking underpants, it's horrible. Or at the very least, let's not live in this dilapidated place and have him find a better dormitory. Could it be that you're seriously thinking about joining them? Nope, I just did that. Oh, apparently right mouse button actually gets rid of the text box. Didn't realise that was a thing. To start with, they're thieves. Not all thieves are bad people, you know, like chivalrous and righteous thieves. We know because we're scouts. They just did that for themselves though, didn't they? Saying it's alright to ignore the rules to fulfill your dreams just sounds really selfish to me. I don't think you're in a position to call them selfish. What do you say, you fucking bitch? Giving them scouse accents really was the best thing I could have done. What's that? Everyone's gathering outside. Stuff cloth into the pie-top tubes so that bugs don't get inside. Then puts the cover over the canopy. Hearing the noise that we were making, the two sisters came outside together. What you doing? We're putting the glider out here, ya. From now on, it won't cause you any inconvenience. But a place like this. They said it wouldn't rain for a while. Well, we might be able to do something about it. Kotori, did you say that part's not long enough? Seems like it. Will it really be okay in a place like this? I don't know, it might be. It's made from FRP so it won't corrode and doesn't deteriorate easily, but that's not to say that it won't happen at all. That might cause problems with the strength, so when it's flying it might go crack, or something like that. It'd be good if they had a place where they could put all of it. Yeah, you're right, if there was a place like that. Hey sis, what are you thinking about? Don't tell me you're actually thinking about helping them out of storing their stolen glider somewhere. Though we might put it there, you bitch. Are you serious? If there's something you want to say, it's better if you just come out and say it. That's right, there's a good place. That voice rang out surprisingly well across the air on this sunny day off. It was just like it was being read from a prepared script, which might be because it was strangely monotone. Everyone all stared blankly at her at the same time. Elsa became timid. See, you were able to say it, so go on. Kaneko gave Asa a gentle push into the back. Asa took a half step forward. Asa, did you say this is a good place? Yes, the truth is I have an idea for a good place, love. Where? Katori goes for it without hesitation. At times like this, she's the most earnest. Asa seemed like she was holding back as she glanced at Yoru, then pointed towards the lake. Over there. What, a boat or in a boathouse or something? Is it really here? Oh, quick transition. We're going straight there. The place that Asa had brought us to was Windmill Hill. The area around it, yeah, I know, renewable energy. The place has been opened up as a walking course so that the citizens can enter it freely, but there's no vessel that looks like it would be able to house a glider. Look up there. My nose is really runny. It's because I've been just doing dusting around my flat. There's probably bits of dust in the air. It's making my nose a bit weird. However, Asa climbs over the gently sloping hill. So if you heard me snorting like 2 seconds ago, like a crude, vulgar person. Behind her, Yoru was sulkily following her. Asa stopped in front of a large building that had been built on the edge of Windmill Hill. This is it, love. Oh, a perfectly placed hangar, apparently. Ageo and I both made a face that seemed to say here at the same time. If you knew about this building, this had been here since before the windmills were built. It looked like a research facility or a storeroom and had a somewhat mysterious appearance. And we had just decided amongst ourselves that it must be a place for monitoring the water quality of the lake. And as we look at it again, it seems more like a factory. It's much bigger than I remember it. You can tell it's a factory. It's more like a warehouse to me. Impasse, we were going to sneak in here with An-chan. At that time, the door was locked, and we couldn't get inside. Asa took a key out of her pocket and opened the doors that had been locked. Come on in. The 10-year mystery was about to be solved. As we stepped inside, our hearts pounded. Oh, this is where you were when you had that scene at the start of the last episode. It was a mess inside. There were several desks with outdated computers, documents, cardboard boxes full of junk, and to top things off, there were bottles of soy sauce and seasonings placed here and there. From the things here, it seems like there were signs of activity, but looking at the room as a whole, it seemed like it had been abandoned. It had an air about it that made it feel like it had been deserted or forgotten about. So this be what it's like inside. That's the kind of atmosphere you'd see in a zombie movie. Is it still being used? No, there's no one here anymore. It said that Grandpa and the others used it a long time ago. Not so much an office, but more like a research centre. What were they doing here? Right, I really need to blow my nose. 1 second, all. Alright, back in, there we go. I just actually brought a handkerchief. Got it on my desk in case I need it. Because I have a feeling I probably will as this episode goes along. Ageo goes ahead and starts looking at things in the room. I don't know, Grandpa said that it was one of his pastimes when he was young. Why did they leave it here and not have it demolished? This part of the hill belongs to Grandpa. Now it's just being lent to renewable energy research. So he's a big landowner, we are. He made quite a lot of money from the redevelopment. Yoru gave a grin as she spoke. He's the chairman of the board for Keifu Academy and seems to be a local celebrity. The reason why he knows my mother might also have something to do with that. We're given the key by our grandpa and sometimes come here. Because we like it here. You're the one who likes this, sis. I just come with you, that's all. Yoru was muttering under her breath. The reason why she was so sulky must be because she doesn't want anyone else to use it. V, holding back slightly, took a look around the room. It's big, but we can't do the work here. But there's no problem with us storing glider here, is there? I don't mean in here. Asa totters over to the back of the room. Passing through the door on the other side. Is a big hangar, is it? Big empty space? Yeah, thought so. Yeah, ideal. Katori was overwhelmed by how spacious it was. As I looked up at the high ceiling, my mouth was agape. This isn't so much a garage, it's more like a dock. Did you just say doku? Is that what Ageo just said? I was kind of talking over it so I didn't quite hear it, but it sounded like that. Yeah, it's a dock. For building and maintaining ships and airplanes. That's judging by how vastly spacious it is and the equipment that's in here. Why, something like this in this kind of place. Grandpa said that in the past he and the others built airplanes as a hobby. He would always say, this is where we spent our youth, like it was his favourite phrase. If it's Arsa's grandfather's, then it's possible that this would have been before World War II, as they might have gathered scrap and tinkered around with machines. How is it? It's perfect. With this much space, we could make two at the same time. Yeah! There's no problem with the space or the equipment. Rather, there's actually more than we need. It's not that far from the runway either. It would be easier to transport it from here than from the school, which is in the town. Let's bring it here right away, then we can soon start fixing it. We have to we have to ask Ganchan to bring truck round. Wait. His eyes are sparkling like it's already been decided that we'll be using it, so I stopped them for a moment. Of course, it would be good if we could use it, but for Arsa to say that we can use it for nothing in return actually makes me kind of worried. To think that there would be such a great facility here. Is it really okay for us to use it? Arsa had a meek look on her face as I asked her. There is one condition. Let me into your fucking club. Arsa spoke nervously as her voice became quite high-pitched. So it's really not for nothing after all. If we brace ourselves for what condition might be. Please let me join you. As Arsa shouted out her intentions, her voice echoed around the quiet dock. It echoed for a while before gradually disappearing. I don't know anything about gliders and I can't do anything that would be of use to you. It'd be good if I was like Yoru who can do anything. But I want to join you in building the glider. At the last part it sounded like she was going to cry, as she did her best to speak her mind. Kotori had a serious look on her face as she was deep in thought. Kotori had said so a few days ago. She said that, in actual fact, she didn't want any new members to join. We felt the same way, but of course Kotori understood that given the circumstances, there was no way she could not let someone join. I guess it's no good after all. Hey, Arsa. Yeah? Why do you want to join us? Are you interested in gliders, or is it because we seem to be enjoying ourselves? Alas. Arsa began to stutter as I asked her a slightly tricky question. We need to recruit new members anyway, and we would be able to use these amazing facilities. Should be okay for us to accept unconditionally. But I put those thoughts to the back of my mind. These thoughts that were hard to make sense of felt like they were stuck in my chest. I like this place. I sometimes came here with Yoru to hang out, because Grandpa said that he used to build planes here. That's what Yoru said before. Also, he's just interested in things that fly through the sky. We came here on that day too. Then a white aircraft came flying across from the other side of the lake. A white aircraft? A vice aircraft? Until then, I'd never even heard of the word glider before. Could that have been us by any chance? Which flight would that have been? After thinking it over a little, we suddenly realised. Could it be if it was that when we did the first test flight? After completing the main things, we went on our first test flight, and that was also the days that I piloted the glider for the first time. On that day I flew across the lake to Windmill Hill. Then when we turned around and headed back to the other side of the lake, I noticed that someone was looking up at us. That's it. It was two petite girls. Just like Kotori's, they were girls who liked gliders. I remember that was the impression that I had. So also and Yoru were the ones here at that time? Yes, maybe, pet. What is all this? I haven't even thought about it until now. Then because I wanted to see the glider again, I kept coming here to wait for it. I came here almost every day. After winch broke, we didn't fly for a while, did we? It appears that during that time, Arsa was waiting for us. And a while later, I think it must have been around the end of the summer holiday, something bad happened at home, so I'd hid here for a whole night. When I woke up, a light was shining through the window, so I went outside and there were really beautiful clouds floating in the dawn sky. We instinctively reacted with surprise and looked at each other. Could it be? Across the purple and pink sky were clouds that looked like they had painted with a brush, and I looked at them with Yoru. Then over there, without knowing it, I was shaking. Agea held my arm to stop it shaking. Kotori's face went red, and had at some point become engrossed in Arsa's story. The glider was there flying. I saw it on that day. At that time, I didn't even know that it was a glider, though. I knew that's what it was because Yoru told me. But I looked at it for a long time until the pretty clouds disappeared. Arsa put her hands on her left arm and quietly closed her eyes. It was as if she was reliving the scene of them disappearing, like it was painted on the inside of her eyelids. Is that the reason? Yeah. I still don't know what I can do or what I want to do, but I can't help how I feel. I can't forget the spectacle I saw that day. I noticed that Arsa's knees were shaking. It's like she's scared of something. However, even though she was shaking, she didn't give in. She summoned her courage as if there was something that she desperately wanted to bring up. Agea gave Kotori a gentle pat on the shoulder. Yes, Kotori nodded. There was no need to check, we all felt the same way. You're the only one who can become a new member. Welcome to the Soaring Club, love. As of today, you're one of us. As she was suddenly welcomed into the club, tears welled up in Asa's eyes. Her cheeks had already become as red as apples. There's a lot of sudden emotion that we're getting from Asa very, very quickly. Whereas obviously with all the other characters, whenever we had emotional moments, it was always sort of built up to, it felt. I don't know if that's just me. Is this really okay? I don't know anything about gliders. There's nothing I can do that will be of any use to you. It's true that to build and fly a glider you need expert knowledge and techniques. But not all at work is like that. We were complete beginners a year ago. All of you. Isn't that right, Kotori? It's not a problem. Just letting us use this place would really help us out of a difficult situation. Also, if you become an accomplice, we don't have to worry about our secret being found out. I felt like Kotori said something both eloquent yet crooked, but everyone just completely ignored it. So the most important thing is your feelings of wanting to fly through the sky. Wanted to fly through the sky. Is that how you feel? You'll be fine, right? Aye. That's right. In that case, as of today, do your best, Asa. Asa seemed vacant as she wiped away the tears that had accumulated in the corners of her eyes. Okay, I'll do my best, everyone. As Asa cheerfully lowered her head in a bow, Yoru suddenly looked... Oh, I'm going scout. Yoru suddenly looked away. Sullenly, even. I'm not joining. Looking at her twin sister sulkily making her intentions clear, Asa had a troubled expression, but a smile then returned to her face. We took another look at the place that we were now able to use. Our heads soon started to fill with all the thoughts of what we would be able to do here. Now we can finally get started. With the preparations for flying, time which felt like it was going nowhere began to feel like it was accelerating. Well, isn't this an interesting development? Please, come in. Bitter. This is our room. Asa's eyes sparkled as she looked at the rooms that had been tidied up. I know, you really did a number on this place. How did they get sorted so damn quickly? Yoru, this is our room. It's so cramped. What are you talking about? It's cramped. Look at that fucking space. You got so much space on you. Yoru's eyes seemed to glaze over. Even with that great big thing out of the way, it's still cramped in here. Somewhere a little on the small side makes it easier to relax than somewhere too roomy. See, look, Yoru, look. Yoru, look in the corner. As she said that, Asa showed her the pilot seat in the corner of the room. However, even though there should be plenty of room for two people in here, when we consider that they are the granddaughters of the chairman of the board of Keifu Academy, it seems they might think it's a bit cramped. At that moment I felt the difference in social status. I'm sorry it took so long and that it's so cramped. No, it's okay. I like your room too, Howie. It smells like Papa's room, is what you said. Papa? Oh, don't tell them that, Yoru, you frickin' snitchy bitch. There's only 2 years difference between us. To someone like me, who other people the same age say is quite mature, it's kind of depressing to hear that. I think I'd want to have daughters who are cute like Asa and Yoru. If all that, there would need to be a mama. What you think? Howie, what are you talking about, lad? You can use this room as you please. The rules are as I told you before. Yeah. Well then, yes, yeah. I'm coming in. Oh, you finally tidied up in here. I live next door, so I've come to share this with you. Asa gives a serious bow to Kaneko as she comes in carrying chocolate snacks. I hope we can become good neighbours, Kaneko. Okie dokie, I hope so too. After receiving the snacks from Kaneko, the sisters happily share them between themselves and start eating. I go over to Kaneko and have a quiet word with her. You seem to pay a lot of attention to these two. During the daytime, it seems she casually gave some advice to Asa, then pushed her forward. Yeah, you're right, maybe. So, which is it? If you have any problems, let me know. Us neighbours need to look out for each other. Thank you very much, pet. Well then, I'll leave the rest to you. Okie dokie. I'm relieved that Kaneko is taking care of the two of them. Asa, Yoru. Danke for today, for letting us use that place. No, I'm the one who should thank you. I'll do me best. I never said you could use it. Yoru turns her back to me and sits straight back down and started stuffing herself with chocolate. Oh, bleh. dust in my nose. Sorry, I keep nudging my microphone on my headset. It's going to annoy me, that is. The fact that my nasal passages still feel very dusty. I'm going to have a sip of tea whilst I'm at it. So she doesn't like me much, huh? Let's do our best from tomorrow, okay? Okay. Well, I'm sure Euro will come round eventually. Lovely tea. Now it's actually going to make me very hot, though. I've got my fan on full blast in my room. It's been a very warm day. Now, what are we up to next? Oh, I was just thinking of Student Council President Girl. Hey there, Okari. Actually, hello, Kaneko. You're in an awfully good mood. Just a tad. A new person has moved into the dormitory. Is that at the place where Aoi Minase is working as the dorm mother? That dormitory of impurity? Thank you for phrasing it that way. What do you think's happening there? Do you think we're running a brothel or something? That haven of sin? That's right, that highly dubious dormitory. She's a really sweet girl. I was worried that I may not be able to make friends with her, though. But she finally opened up, it seems. You're unexpectedly good at looking after others, aren't you? How about you? Seem like you're getting really fired up about the student council. Actually, there are many problems, but we're dealing with them one at a time. The biggest of those problems is the soaring club. Yes. Gee, Senior Mochizuki has left, so they should have just started doing something else. You say that, but you've been showing them a lot of support. I am not. Actually, I'm always fair, that's all. Yep, I need to blow my nose again, what's it at all? Ooh, right, back in. Sorry, this really happens every time I've been dusting my apartment down. I don't know why, I guess maybe I'm just very sensitive to dust getting up my nose. Which, to be honest, most people probably are. Even though the teachers aren't fair at all. Say, that new girl has joined the soaring club. Oh, there she is now. Hey, Asa. Hello, Kaneko. Hello. What are you up to? I'm looking for Aoi and the others. I want to talk to them about the club's activities. Huh? Aoi? Club activities? I see. Good luck. Okay, well then. She just bows, okay? Kaneko's pretty. Oh wait, that's the wrong voice. Kaneko's pretty, isn't she? Really? I guess she's above average. I'm kinda cute, right? Actually, Kaneko, those two, are they by any chance? Yes, the Kazuto sisters who joined this year. They're the chairman's granddaughters, you know. God, my nose. It feels like I've got friggin' mucus on the back of my throat. It's horrible. Right, hold on. Let me just do this. Hold on. You can probably hear me, thanks, just because I'm just in my microphone. Oh, good lord. Oh. Right, there we go. You can hear me properly again now. I thought so. That Aoi Minase, in order to defy Mr. Tobioka, he's trying to get the chairman on his side. No, that's not what this is about. Actually, just as I thought, he's pretty cunning. What are you doing? Why are you hugging me all of a sudden? I couldn't help it. You're so cute when you get all fired up when talking about Aoi. Oh god, is there actually an Akari route in this game? I won't be surprised if there was. What are you talking about? Let go of me. No, I don't wanna. This is sexual harassment. Of course it is. More tea. Aoi. At lunchtime, as I was eating my lunch, Asa came into the classroom. Kotori and Nagea were with the girls, while I was eating with some of the boys I get along with. The boys suddenly got excited when they saw Asa.
Who be that cute girl? Is she another one of your acquaintances? That's the voice we're going for.
Of course you can see that. If she wasn't, she wouldn't start calling my name all of a sudden.
What the hell, man? Why is it always you?
For the time being, I push past all those annoying guys, and go over to Asa, who is waiting at the door. Hey Asa, what's up? She blushes when she realises that the older students are looking at her. It's about today's club activities. What's all that about? Kotori calls out from her seat. Kotori, Agea, hello. She politely bows her head to them. You don't have to stand over there, come on in. Agea beckons her over and Asa fearfully steps into the classroom. She's nervous about going into the classroom of all the students. Excuse me. Yoru appeared from behind the door and followed Asa just like a shadow. Speaking of which, was Yoru's there before? Whatever they do, wherever they go, they're always together. Now it's a group of girls' turn to make a fuss.
Yeah, the twins, how cute. How you are they? How do you know them? Yeah, I'm a girl. I'm a Japanese schoolgirl.
That's the voice we're going with. There are juniors. Kotori seems to be boasting almost as to say, I'm the one who raised them, even though she only met them recently. Nice to meet you, I'm Asa Kazato. Once again, Asa bows politely and introduces herself. She's quite shy, but she does these kind of things properly. On the contrary, her sister, with a sullen attitude, she looks at Ave with a look of complete disinterest on her face. In other words, this has nothing to do with her. She's a boarder at Kotori's place now. She's a member at Soarin Society. Asa blushes in embarrassment as Agea introduces her as a member. As the girls call out she's so cute when they see these mannerisms, as they certainly are cute. Have you eaten your lunch already? No, not yet. I thought I'd go and eat my lunch with Yoru. She shows the lunchbox that she had brought with her. Come on, let's eat together. Okay, it's been decided. Kotori forcefully makes the decision for her. Asa is alright with it, but... Yoru, why don't you eat with us too? I don't really mind, I guess. Yoru accepted the officer. Yoru accepted the offer too, with a reluctant expression. As a group of girls becomes noisy and excited to see the pretty twins, who were just like a pair of dolls.
Damn you, Harry.
No, that was the girl's voice we were going with before, but never mind. Corrections, the boys were the same. You mind if you leave first? Why? Aren't you going to eat with us? Nine, it's okay. Asa came here because she had something to talk about. Yes, that's right. Sorry, I've been so thoughtless. Today's club activities will take place over there, right? When she means over there, she means the secret base that she told us about a few days ago. That's correct, the leader answers. Okay, here you are. Asa handed Kotori a key. I had a duplicate key made. Is it really okay for us to come and go as we please? As expected, even Kotori has her reservations. Oh god, my nose. It's really bothering me. It's annoying me. So if you can keep hearing me blowing my nose and snorting. It's just otherwise, if I don't, it's going to affect my ability to freaking voice these lines. Yes, we don't mind. I got permission from Grandpa too. Thank you, Asa. You're not happy that Grandpa gave permission? After school, we moved the glider to the new base. We took the necessary tools with us and made the preparations that would allow us to start working. It's just like a secret base. That expression fits it perfectly. It's like being kids again. I feel really excited about it, said Agea in a good mood as she got to work. It's true this place feels a lot like when we used to play secret base when we were little kids. The stock constructed from steel is just how we pictured a secret base back then. Instead of a spaceship or a robot, there is a glider. This is our secret weapon. Oh, I feel real motivated. There's so much dust. It hasn't been cleaned at all. This looks like a tough job. First we have to dust it, then give everything a wipe down. Kotori, you and I are speaking the same language right now. In this room, the cleaning was already underway. It has electricity, and if we cleaned it, we'd be able to stay here overnight. I might go back to the dormitory and get the vacuum cleaner. That might be the best thing to do, Kotori answers as she vinces from dust going into her face. What's Yoru doing today? I was under the impression that the Kazuto sisters were always together, but today Yoru isn't here. She has something to do. Could it be that she's angry? Seems she was against you letting us use this place. Yeah. As Asa's expression darkened, a short tone came from her cell phone. It was a text. It's from Yoru. I've taken something important from you. From... Why the thief? There's an image attached... wrong voice. There's an image attached. Whatever could it be? Taking interest, Kotori and I take a look at the phone. What's this? Some sort of stripy pattern? I don't know. At first we couldn't tell what it was a picture of. There was something that looked like human skin, a triangle of fabric, and something stripy. Oh, for fuck's sake. Are we about to go on a pantsuit hunt? Is that what we're about to do? These are my favourite stripy panties. What? They have pink stripy panties, but it seems that Yoru was wearing them and had lifted the skirt to take the picture. Ugh. Please do not give us a CG of that game, considering these two look like they're about fucking 12. That'd be fucking weird. In other words, this was a view of underneath Yoru's skirt. Arta went stiff as a board as she looked at the screen. Another text came. Does it get to you? If this makes you mad, you should remember not to ignore your little sister. Why the thief? That girl's not a oh, wrong voice. That girl's not a genius, she's an idiot. As usual, Arza is frozen to the spot. It seems she's in deep shock that her precious panties had been stolen. What can we say to console her at a time like this? Totally powerless, all we could do was pat her on the shoulder. But what was the point of that weird fucking moment? Still affected by this incident, we managed to finish the cleaning in half a day. It's quite tidy now, isn't it? Aye, it looks like we'd be able to sleep here if we had sleeping bags. We can't just throw things away, so it's still quite jumbo, but cleaner than before. Come on, cheer up, Asa. If you're worried about your panties, I'll help you choose some better ones. No, that's not it. Well, I am worried about them. I'm a bit sad that Howie saw me panties. I might not be able to become a bride now. If we had £1 for every time they've said panties in the last few minutes, I'd be marginally better off. What, really? Anyway, that's too much hassle to get involved with, so I pretend not to hear as I put down the photo frame. This should be okay here. I put the photo frame on the desk, which stands at about waist height. I brought this from the dormitory, along with the vacuum cleaner. That's okay, isn't it? You can see it from anywhere in the room. Yeah, I like it. I think it's like Amane's always watching us. We can't let down our past selves, or Amane. These are the feelings we've had up until now. On that day, one thing ended, but it was also the start of something new. Asa seemed a bit down when she came over to take a look at the picture of all of us. She was the only one not there. Let's all take one together. A commemorative photo once our glider flies. Okay. Not just once it's flown, let's take photos regularly. That's a record of our activities. Yeah, that sounds good. Something we can leave behind for our successors, so they can see what kind of things we did. Successors? This is a club, isn't it? We'll leave it behind for generations to come. I see, you hadn't thought about that. What, even though we have a new member? In the same way that we inherited the glider from Amane, I thought we'd leave something behind for the ones who were looking up at the clouds, with the same feelings that we had. Maybe it's still too early to be thinking about that, but it was fun to think about that kind of future. Oh, keep drinking tea. I'm sorry, why the thief? I won't ignore you ever again. How do you know I feel to have something important taken from you? If this makes you mad, you should be kinder to your little sister. More importantly, I learned of the embarrassment of having a boy look at me panties. A boy? Panties? That photo? Howie and the others were with me. The one of me wearing them. Yes, the one of you wearing them, you deaf bitch. Howie saw me panties. Oops. That didn't go well for you then, did it? Since moving our base of operations to the secret base on Windmill Hill, our club activities were getting more serious. Until now, we've been working underground, and we couldn't achieve anything that stood out that much, so now it was our chance to work hard. The first thing for us to do was work on the repairs to the damaged aircraft. Here's a brush to push the air out of the glass mat, and paint the resin over it. Like this. That wasn't Scouse, what am I doing? You're putting on too much, do it little by little. This much, love. It's still too much. If the FRP has a high ratio of resin, the strength is reduced. So about this much. That's not enough. It's difficult. In the corner of the dock, Katori's teaching us as a process for making things from FRP. It's the same way as 1 year ago when Agea taught Kotori they were making a dish from FRP. Yeah, like that. Now try to do it as quickly as you can. As quickly as I can. Oh. You spilt it. It's spilling out, it's spilling out. You clumsy... I was going scouse, even though that was Kotori. Oh no, what should I do? Also knocked over the bucket filled with resin. Hey, what are you doing? Can't use this anymore now. I'm sorry. Elsa seems disheartened as she apologises. However, Agea doesn't go easy on her. Do you understand? We only have a limited amount of materials, you bugger. If we don't have enough, we can't make glider now, can we? It's good to learn technique step by step, but we have to be careful with materials and tools. Okay. It felt like Agea was saying, if you understand this, that's alright, then she came back over towards me. Agea and I were repairing the damaged parts of the aircraft. FRP repairs are carried out in much the same way as when joining the parts that had been built separately. We attach the glass mat to the back of the damaged parts, spread the resin to laminate it. Once it's dry, we sand it, then paint it again, and then it's finished. It's pretty easy. The problem is that when we reinforce the damaged areas, the FRP becomes thicker, which increases the weight. Of course, it's a problem if it becomes heavy, but in the case of a glider, the balance of the aircraft might also get messed up. Are these tornly places damaged on right wing? Yeah, next is the body. Alright, let's get this finished today then. These are the cracks that we haven't been able to fix for a year. We want to do it so we'd be able to fly again soon. I messed up again. I also let out a sigh as she cleaned up the resins that she had spilt. It was spilt on the floors, it can't be used again due to impurities being mixed in with it, but because they are using it to make a dish as practice, it can still be used for that. As Agea said, there is a limit to our materials, so when we run out, we don't have the funds to be able to replenish them easily. Push out the air, here and here. What is it, Kotori? Nothing much, I just remembered something. There was a time when I did the same thing you're doing now. Kotori relaxed, closed her eyes and started to tell a story about something. The way she looked was just like a great actress looking back on half of her lifetime. Whatever I did, it didn't go well, and I was worried that I was just slowing everyone down. Was that a sort of little look between Agea and Aoi? But the ones who changed me were my irreplaceable friends. Irreplaceable friends, pet. Yeah, because of my bond with those friends, I was able to change. That's enough, I can't take any more. Agea threw down the brush she was using to spread the resin. Can't bear to listen to you telling those stories with such a serious look on your face. Look at this, it's freaking me out so much, I'm getting goosebumps. Next to her, I held onto my stomach as I broke into a fit of laughter. What is this? Don't make me laugh, I can't hold my hand still. I were being serious. Shit, we all went into negatives. That's unfortunate. I can't take it. Watch out, Elsa. Sometimes she makes a really serious face and says some hilarious things. Oh, was that a joke just now? It's not a joke. Kotori started throwing things at us in anger. Oh, sorry, I'm just kidding. Ouch. Hey, you're gonna hit glider. Ouch. You idiots. Don't you have any sense of tact, you morons? Go to hell. Sorry, I'm sorry, Vel. I'm happy you feel that way, though. It's just that you need to have a sense of the times, the place, and the occasion. Isn't that right, Agea? Aye, I'm happy, but just don't say things like that when we're doing serious work. See this, my hand was shaking and now it's bent. That's not my fault. You've only got yourselves to blame. Not knowing if he was joking or serious, I also couldn't keep up with it and just watched us. All of you are really close, aren't you? There's nothing good about that. You heard them just now, right? I'm the only one who believed in friendship. We're just teasing you, that's all. We love you, Kotori. Our friendship will last forever. I'm breaking off our friendship, you idiots. Oh, 9. She's really sulking now. If we leave it like this, it'll drag on for another week. I'll buy you an ice cream later. Yeah, they've just gone back now to using the Hagen-Dazs rather than Hagen-Dazs. It was weird that there was just that one instance earlier in the game where they actually said it by the proper name. She turns her back to us as if he tried the softly approach to appease her, and it goes back to teaching Elsa about FRP. It's been a long day at work, okay? My brain's not all there. It's a bit mushy. It's coming along nicely. So something like this can become like that big glider. That's right. Wow. To see her flying on the wings that you've built yourself is the best feeling. A fire was burning in Elsa's eyes. I'll give it me all, pet. Yeah, that's the spirit. That's not a Scouse, not Irish, what am I doing? I still mix the voices up sometimes. The repairs to the glider were soon completed. There were only cracks in a few places, and the repair work itself was quite easy. After that, we carried out a spot check of the whole aircraft and didn't find any problems. With that, we'd reached a point whereby if we decided to fly, we would be able to, but... It's time to start the big remodelling project. At Kotori, the leader's signal, Agea laid out the designs. Arthur stared at the detailed diagram. This is amazing. Did you draw this too? No way. This was drawn by Amane. Amane? Oh, the one in the photo. Yes, because Amane's a genius. The real thing. Kotori intentionally said it in a vase that Yoru, sipping instant coffee while sitting on a chair at the back of the room, would be able to hear. Before, Yoru had stolen something important from Asa, and maybe she felt gratified by that, so now she sometimes comes here with Asa. You're hiding your embarrassment at your realisation that we've all seen you sending inappropriate pictures to your sister. Yoru didn't seem to be concerned as she ignored Kotori, just like a cat who, with a nonchalant expression, decides to take a nap even when a dog is barking at her. My voice. The teachers and some of the students have been making a fuss over her, saying she's a genius, but I've never seen her claim that herself. What kind of person is Amane? She's on the borderline between a natural-born fool and a genius. On the borderline of being a natural-born fool? She really do be strange. She has no idea of just how great she is, it seems. She either has a complete lack of objectivity, or to her way her brain is wired is just that different to normal people. She would often say that's because I'm stupid. Really, pet, she seems very kind. I think rather than saying she's kind, I'd say she's more like a kid. That's why she needed so much taking care of. She looks very pretty. She's tall, has a... Wait, what? That's not German. She looks very pretty, she's tall, has a good figure, and is a very feminine girl. But her eyes are like a little kid's, and it was like she was looking at the world through a prism. There was a mysterious feeling about her. These designs were made by Amane for her best friend. Best friend? Yeah, our predecessor, or so she should be, but the truth is we don't know what sort of person she is. She's called Isuka, and she, along with Amane, revived Soaring Club, but after that she suddenly left school. Oh, do you know her? Also, it's not Isuka, it's Iska. That's how you pronounce it. You don't put so much emphasis on the U. Elsa? Oh no, pet. I just thought it was an unusual name. Is that why you're going to make this? That's one reason, but that's not all. The mysterious clouds that you saw, we told you before that's what we're aiming for, didn't we? We've spoken many times about the last flight I took with Amane. We've been thinking about several reasons why we failed that time. So basically 3 problems. I explained them simply, so that Arthur could understand. The first is the lack of lift. The glider we have now is extremely well balanced, and because of all the flights we performed, we made adjustments in the ways it's been built. As that is to say, it's an all-rounder. On the other hand, it doesn't specialise in any particular area, which might count as a negative point, since it's been built for a specific purpose. The thing we need is things that will allow us to fly high. When there aren't many upward drafts, we have to reach a high altitude as quickly as we can, so we need wings adapted for that. The next thing we need is piloting skills. We realise that it takes a lot of skill to find the upward drafts in the limited time we have to reach the morning glory. That's why I travelled to the airfield and took proper pilot training, and then a few days ago finally got my pilot's licence. Last of all is the flight plan. When the morning glory appears, completely different weather patterns to normal occur over Kazagora. This affects where the upward drafts will occur, what kinds they'll be, and how high they'll be able to lift the glider. Also, which fins we should ride. For that, we needed to put together a plan. So that's how it is. Do you understand so far? Yep. She gives a strong reply, but it doesn't really look like she understands. Not much we can do about that. She's a new member, hasn't even done any test flights yet. To put it simply, love, we're going to make wings that can get a lot of lift to make it fly higher. That's what these plans are for. Amane must have foreseen this when she drew these plans. However, there's no way she could have made it by herself. If it would be Yvonne's to build this glider, it almost seemed like an illusion. Well then, let's get to work on it right away. Ooh. We head to the dock, and the first thing is to make the new wings. The same way as before, it starts with us making the shape from styrofoam. We already have experience of doing this, so we can get to work without delay. So this is how you make it. Don't just stand there acting all impressed, come and help. Okay. This heat cutter is used to cut the styrofoam. Here, try it. She's teaching Asa how to do it properly. Slowly, slowly. That's it, like that, carefully. Hold it, where do you think you're cutting? Come and hold it down here. Sure, that was German for Agea for some reason. It's all spacious, so it's easy to work here. Yeah, it's a little hot though. There's no air conditioning in the dock. We were able to use the electric fan we'd brought with us to keep cool. While dripping with sweat, we become immersed in the work. Look at you, sweating like that, with such desperation on your faces. Everyone's so hard working, I don't understand it. Yoru, who was leaning against the wall, turned to leave the dock. Yoru, are you leaving? I'm just going to buy something to drink. It's so hot in here, I feel like I'm going to die. Maybe you should take the sweater or vest off. Take your tie off and unbutton, top button of your collar maybe. Maybe that would keep you a bit cooler. Sis, do you need anything? Yeah, soda. How about the rest of you? Oolong tea, please, love. Can I have cola? Me too. Soda, oolong tea and 2 colas. With a straight face, Yoru left the dock. We looked at each other curiously, but we didn't really say anything and went back to work. Well, she's looking out for you, I guess. There was still something we needed to do as part of the safe execution of the glider improvement project. That was... sort out, yeah. Cutting the grass on the runway. We gathered some people to help us work on a midsummer Saturday afternoon under the blazing hot sun. About halfway through the work, Kotori and I went to greet the landowner at their home. It's so hot, I'm going to melt, Yoru. So why don't you come over here and take a break? It's cool in the shade, there's juice too. No, I'm okay. Come on, Asa, do your best. If we don't, we won't be able to fly. Yes. I pushed Kotori's wheelchair back to where the others, covered in sweat, were working. I'll come back. I'll come back, you two. What's up? Asked Asa, looking at Kotori's gloomy expression. I'm sorry, everyone. Everyone was puzzled by Kotori coming back with her head held. I should say her head lowered in apology. What is it? Did something happen? Oh great, another setback. We can't use the runway anymore. Why not? Agea, who was now even more puzzled, looked at me, who had accompanied Kotori. It's as Kotori says, as they said we can't use it. The landowner is an old member of the soaring club, and last year they had willingly let us use the runway. But this year we can't use it. The truth is, Kotori told everyone the situation. As that person knew that the soaring club had lost its status. The school had requested that they not allow former members of the soaring club to use the runway. The one who contacted them was Herr Tobioka. Because it doesn't count as club activities, if any problems occurred they couldn't be held responsible. That's why they can't let us use it, even if they wanted to. It's a natural decision. It wasn't their fault at all, and they apologised over and over. Just how far will that bastard go to stand in our way? Our way? She's Northern English, not German, what am I doing? He probably realises that we are carrying out our activities in secret. He must already know that it was us who took the glider from the storeroom. I'm sorry, it's my fault. It's because of my body being like this, that they were being extra cautious with me. But that's got nothing to do with it. Hold it, why do you think that? Kotori was acutely aware of something in the landowner's reaction. There certainly was an element of that. If something were to happen to someone disabled like Kotori, it's possible that it would become an even bigger problem. Although the landowner even, didn't actually say anything like that, it seems that Herr Tobioka had made that implication. As they didn't say it directly, but it seems that the school had said something like that to them. What the bloody hell, that's so low. However, that's not the reason. Let me drink my tea up. The real reason they refused us is because the soaring club is treated as having been shut down. So does that mean we can't fly? We don't have a runway, so there's nothing we can do. That's Also looks sadly at her hands that were covered in dirt from pulling up weeds. Why don't you look for another place? It's no good. There are only a limited number of places which are flat enough and have enough space. What a bunch of idiots. Yoru, who was sitting in the shade listening to our conversation, spoke like she was irritated. Kotori glared angrily at her. You're going to give up because of something like that? You were so motivated until just now. What's that supposed to mean? That's nothing to do with you. Yes, it does. We're letting you use that place, and you've involved me sister in all of this too. Well, if that's all you've got, you should just give up right now. Yoru, stop it. I'm telling the truth, that's all. There's nothing mistaken in what Yoru is saying. If you get depressed and give up because of something like this, it would have been better if we'd never even started in the first place. That's why no one has anything to say back to her. We won't give up. Wait, that's Irish, what am I doing? We won't give up. Isn't that right, Kotori? Yeah, of course. Just as things were starting to go well, we were hit with a big counterpunch which left us reeling. But we're not ones to lose heart at this sort of thing. But what are we going to do? To search for another place with... 9. There's no need to do that. It's simple. All we have to do is be accepted as a club. That's what we were aiming for originally. There's no reason for us to be depressed, is there? Oh, I see. Kotori nods enthusiastically. This kind of thing doesn't present any sort of obstacle for us. We'll show that blasted old man. Ain't first time Mr. Tobioka's been angry with us. The test flight will have to be postponed a little longer, though. Everyone. He'll pay for trying to make a fool of me. I put a bomb in his car, because I'm Irish. No. It would appear that we need to speed things up when it comes to the restoration of the club, so that we can return to the sky as soon as possible. Transizione. That's not Italian, that's just me making up an Italian word. Right. Well, our little moment of, oh shit, has been replaced with, nah, we're not stopping. Asa had become a member, so one of Akari's conditions had been met, which meant there were 2 left to fulfil. The lack of a teacher to act as advisor and the lack of qualified personnel. If the advisor is someone who has the qualifications, that would fulfil both at the same time, but that would be just too good to be true.
I'm sorry, I understand how you feel, but I'm already advised at drama club.
But you're not suited for drama. You're a fucking shit actor. Yeah, she be right.
Alright, pipe down. Now I'm a K4 Academy teacher, but I really wanted to be involved in that. The arts are great, you know. You guys should stop making gliders and join drama club.
No way. I refuse.
I must say I'm a little hurt.
The teacher left hurt, and we all slouched forward, dejected. By the way, that was our homeroom teacher. So it's no good after all. This isn't going very well. All the teachers are already involved with the club, said Asha as she looked at the list. That is a list of teachers at K4 academies that Agea had made. It has information on their homeroom class, clubs to which they are advisor, and whether or not they are on Herr Tobioka's side. Today, using that list, we've been going around and asking all the teachers who seem like they might cooperate with us. But you really did well to get all of this information. Don't underestimate my intelligence network, love. All we've got left is Mr. Yamanobe. We can't ask him, even more of his hair will go white. If that happens, he's in danger of his new wife divorcing him. What does that sound? Ooh, ah. Our advisor last year, Mr. Yamanobe, is young, but he's married. Seems his wife is a slender and pretty woman, but seeing her husband, who she'd only just married, aging right before her eyes, she screamed, "This shouldn't be happening," apparently. I guess I can understand how she feels. She'll just have to accept it then. You can't just decide something like that. You feel sorry for her. His wife's said to be very beautiful, you know. So what are we going to do? Well, let's think of another way. It's after school. I went Irish for a moment then. It's after school. We're taking a day off from club activities. The materials we ordered still haven't arrived, so we've stopped working. Which is why, for the first time in a while, we've got nothing to do after school. Why do I have a feeling that a character we've already met might come waltzing in here to say, I will be the advisor. I was wondering for a second, would An-chan potentially take on the advisor role? But then again, it probably needs to be a teacher, doesn't it? Unless suddenly there's a twist and An-chan becomes a teacher. Or maybe Amane will return. Because surely Amane's got to come back at some point, right? Because the thing is, like, it's been, what? Well, I mean, we're very much in this next chapter of the game. She can't just, like, disappear completely, can she?
Again, you don't have any club activities today, do you? I stuck my summer at my home.
Sorry, there's something I need to do. Agea refused the invitation of the girls into class and came over to me. Hey, Howie, you're free now, ain't you? Come shopping with me. Where do you want to go? To Thunderground Shopping Arcade at Windy. Kotori goes past us as we are talking. Kotori, what are you up to? Me? I'm going to stop by the secret base on the way back. Why's that? There's a little something I want to do. I see. I wonder what Asa's up to. We've told her we're taking a day off, so perhaps she's gone somewhere to hang out with Yoru. Hey Howie, come on with me. What should I do? Ooh. Choice time. Well, we know that we're kind of looking into the Kotori route, aren't we? That's what we're seeking to do. So, go with Kotori, I guess. I'm going to the secret base too. I see. Agea had a bored sounding tone to her voice as she said, see you tomorrow, and left the classroom. Okay, let's go, Kotori. Yeah. Was it really alright for you to turn down Agea's invitation? What do you mean? Well... Howie, do you have something you need to do at the secret base? Well, not really. Since Kotori's going, I thought I'd go with her. Even if I did go with Agea, I'd only end up carrying her bags for her. You were about to say something just then. What was it? No, it's nothing really. We've spoken our way out at the school gate.
Howie. Hello, Howie.
A group of first grade girls called out to me. Almost immediately they had surrounded me. Guten Tag.
Are you leaving now? Do you have club activities now?
I love this voice that I've just suddenly whipped out. Yeah, well, I guess so. Seems that they are Asa's friends. Seems like Asa was proudly talking in a classroom about how she joins the soaring club, which is fine, but it looks like her friends have become interested in it. It's strange that their interest isn't in the glider, but rather in me. Now they're coming to greet me and ask all kinds of questions.
Asa's clumsy, so that causes you any inconvenience?
That's not true. Asa is trying really hard. There's nothing really wrong with this, but I'm not used to it, so I feel kind of uncomfortable. With a fake smile on her face, Kotori watches me from outside the circle. Hey Howie, I'm going on ahead. Wait.
You're so cool, and you're tall as well. As I said, you're really kind too.
Oh, did she now? Hey Kotori. Kotori made a face that said she couldn't stay with me, and had already gone off ahead. It seems Howie's getting a fan club. Opening the metal door and going inside, there was Kotori working alone in the huge dock. I can't believe you left me behind. More importantly, I couldn't bear watching you with that stupid expression on your face. She wasn't as angry as I thought she'd be, but she was still a little blunt. Come here, I bought you some ice cream. It's Haagen-Dazs strawberry flavour. We will buy her happiness. Kotori glared at me from a distance. Then she pushed a wheelchair towards me. Here you go. Thanks. We sat in the corner of the dock eating ice cream. I think you have to eat ice cream in a hot place. Where we are now couldn't be any hotter. Hey Howie. Yeah? When people eat ice cream it puts them in a better mood, don't you think? With the plastic spoon still in her mouth, she gives me a sideways look. I don't think so. Well, whatever, it tastes good. I guess that's her perspective on it, but it looks like she accepted this as a form of apology. What were you doing? Maintaining the tools. After that, I was going to do some cleaning. You came here all by yourself to do that? Kotori nods while eating her Haagen-Dazs. We could all do that tomorrow, together. If we all did it together, I'd just be a burden. Kotori seems a bit sullen as she speaks. I reflect on having said some things that didn't need to be said. Kotori's in a wheelchair, so whether we're working, cleaning or whatever it may be, she can't do it the same way as everyone else. No one thinks of her as a burden, but I guess there is a difference in the amount of work she can do. Kotori's worried about that, and everyone else seems to be aware of that. When we do something, everyone is always looking out for me, I realise that. I don't like it, it makes me sad. Yeah, we can't completely avoid looking out for her. The reason we do that is because she's important to us. But I can understand why that makes things tough for her. When I got injured and had to quit the cycle racing club, having my friends look out for me sometimes made me happy, and sometimes it was tough. Kotori usually doesn't show that she sometimes finds that tough. She can be cheerful at times, and at others she makes selfish requests like it's no big deal. It's the fact that she can say what she really thinks around us is a relief to us. It's really pitiful, you know, even though I'm the leader. I've caused problems with that thing with the runway. I think he knows this, but no one except you worries about it. Yeah. Vel's up. Tears appear in Kotori's eyes. Don't start crying all of a sudden. Come on, you'll spoil the ice cream that I've entered the effort of buying for you. Okay. I know she's hanging her head even more now. I don't know what's triggered this, but she's going into faint-hearted mode. I put my hand on her head, it's the same as always, and start stroking it. Zeze, it's nothing to cry about, is it? I'm not crying, it's sweat. Kotori starts sniffing. This year, Kotori has been working really hard as a leader of the Soaring Society. She doesn't have the same level of expert knowledge or techniques as a Gaia, and she can't be a pilot like me either. It looks like there's nothing that only Kotori can do. But since the past, like the time that we found out that Amane would be leaving, whenever there's a difficult situation, Kotori is always the one who says, I want to do it like this, and expresses herself the strongest of all of us. Kotori has a straightforward nature, like a child, and she's like a compass, showing us the direction in which we should, not he, should be heading. Hey, your ice cream's gonna melt. Yeah. Kotori slowly ate her ice cream while crying even. She looked like a child who'd become timid after being scolded by her mother. It was kind of cute. What is it? It's nothing. Come on, eat up. Couldn't help myself looking at her crying, and without thinking I blushed while trying to cover it up. I think everyone knows how hard she's trying. She's disabled, so even something like pushing her wheelchair all the way to the secret base all by herself is really tough. But to Kotori, that is perfectly natural, but she's also worried about not being able to move around like everyone else. She has an unusually strong sense of responsibility, so she's concerned about inconveniencing other people. However, originally the girl known as Kotori Habane was just a regular girl. She looks cute on her grades and general sporting abilities were probably better than most people, but that's about it. Also, she's easily moved to tears, she's a little self-conscious, and when she tries too hard she sometimes cries. When did it start? I guess from the time I persuaded her not to quit school. It's been my duty to comfort her. Seems like she only cries in front of me. Maybe that's what she needs. I think that when she cries she can let out all the things she's been bottling up. Zeze, you're trying ever so hard, Kotori. You're trying ever so hard. Jeez, don't make fun of me, alright? I'm still crying. She gives me a punch in the side. It doesn't really hurt, though. I stroke her head and hug her gently. Sorry, but this is kind of embarrassing. As I speak honestly to her, Kotori pushes her forehead into my chest, then cries without making a sound. While holding Kotori's head, one part of me wants her to stop crying, but another part of me wanted to stay like this for a little longer. Thank you, I feel better now, said Kotori, moving her forehead away from me. She pours the totally melted ice cream into her mouth as though it were juice. Any time you need to borrow my chest, you let me know. I won't charge you any rental fees, I said jokingly, and then... Of course, because in return you get to stroke the head of a beautiful girl and gently hug her. I'd say those are perks of the job, wouldn't you? You can't say things like that about yourself, you know. Alright, you can go now. So now that you've stopped crying, my work here is done. Why don't you go and hang out with all those first-grade girls from before? When she says that, she goes back to work. This is a new tune. Is that what they call jealousy? Whoosh. Whoa, that's dangerous. A spanner came flying at me. Damn, I missed. What the hell are you doing? What would you have done if that had hit me? Why on earth would I be jealous? What are you, stupid? It sounds like you're jealous to me. Whoa. This time it's a screwdriver and a pair of nippers that came flying. Please just go already. You're stopping me from working, she said while clutching a power drill. Can you hear me over that? Sensing danger, I do as she says. Alright, I'm off now, but if you need anything, You can reach me on my cell. Also, let me know when you're going to come leave. I'll come and get you. There's no need. 9-9. Once it gets dark, I can't let you go back by yourself. Make sure you call me, okay? As I emphasise my point, I opens the metal doors and leaves the dot. You don't even think of me as a girl. Oomph. I went back to my dorm and sat down on the bed. I've got nothing to do. Having no club activities made me realise just how long a day can be. I took my cell phone from my pocket and at some point I got a text. For a moment I thought, is it from Amane? And I hurriedly opened the message, but it's from Anchan? I was a little disappointed, and while apologising on the inside to Anchan, I read the text. Have you met Amane yet? Huh? She was having a meeting at our factory. Oh wait, this is Anchan. Well, it's how we're reading Anchan's text. I'll keep the German accent. She was having a meeting at our factory. She said that she might go over to the Maison du Flying Fish. Amane's coming? That went Irish, what am I doing? The time that the text was sent was 2 hours ago. Oh crap, have we missed her? Kaneko. What is it? Did Amane come by? Senior Mochizuki? No, she hasn't. Yuka, has Senior Mochizuki been round? I don't think we've had any visitors today. Danke. I can say my thanks, then go dashing out of the dormitory. I told you Amane would come back. She didn't go to Flying Fish Manor, bruh. When I called Anchan, he went to the trouble of coming round in his truck. I got in and we drove around the station, but we saw no sign of Amane. I tried to call her, but she didn't answer, so maybe she'd already gotten on the train. Sorry, bruh. I should have called you instead of sending a text. Didn't think she would leave without going to see you guys. Looks like she had gone to Anchan's factory to order some parts. So if there's no one else she could ask for such complex parts. When she went to leave, Anchan asked, are you going to go and see those guys? And she answered, that's what I'm planning to do. However, she's quite fickle, so maybe she changed her mind. I'd already told Kotori and Degea about it. As they were both happy that Amane was coming to Kazagara, and when they found out that she had left without seeing them, they said, I can't believe it, Amane, you idiot. Oh no, what a shame, I wanted to see her. And so on, expressing their regret. There'll be one more meeting before we deliver the parts, bruh. I'll let you know before then. Okay, don't get Anchan. I'll take you back to the dormitory, bruh. 9, here's fine. I have some shopping to do for dinner anyway. Sure, okay. See you next time, bruh. Yeah, thanks, Anchan. As Anchan's light truck drove away, I stood there dazed. Do you think he drives one of those little Japanese K-trucks? Whatever they're called. You know the ones? Those adorably tiny little vans. It was true that I had to do some light shopping, but I didn't feel like doing it right away. I want to see Amane, as that feeling had suddenly become much stronger. Would I be downhearted when she finds out that the soaring club isn't doing so well? Or do I want her to praise us for working so hard? I'm thirsty. I went into the convenience store in front of me to buy some juice. Do you think she's in here? Then I wandered about the area, never mind. This was to ease my feelings of not knowing what to do. I'll go shopping once I've calmed down. Okay. You've gone back to the runway. I wonder if Amane's here. I'll tell you what, looking at time, I'm going to wrap this episode up here, ladies and gentlemen, because I feel like we're about to meet Amane again, and that might be a good thing to do next episode. So, yes. Plus we've got the epic music. Something's definitely going to happen here. Amane's definitely going to show up. Do you think she's going to appear and she's going to come back to the school in some capacity as a teacher, and then she can be the advisor? And on top of that, because she's a specialist, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone and all that. Do you think? Do you think that's where it's going? I feel like that might be it, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we'll find out then next time. So, social media links, propagandist channel link, etc., as usual, are down in the video description for anyone interested. If you enjoyed, a like is always appreciated. Join me next time, where we'll find out what's going on in part 13, and I'll see you then. Goodbye, everybody. I feel like people with a lot of these Don't Go fan games are always so sassy. Hey, leave them alone. I love the sprite work. Can we please get to see this sprite combination more often than doing the ads? Other twins suck. They're just mad. Whatever bullshit bond they have is nothing compared to what we have. Literally. Imagine being born with someone who's basically your double and not using it for a shit ton of money. Waste of life. You're really into the whole being twins thing. Into it. You.
We should have known you were perfect.
I didn't mean it like that.
You think that just because we're the first twins to have ever existed, that we're two for the price of one?